I saw you the other day and didn't even recognize you, Ken.
I have a lot of hair now.
You do. It's nice hair.
Yeah, thanks. About 14 months ago, I decided to let it grow and donate it. So, as you remember, we met first time two years ago at this retreat.
Right? Yeah.
And the last time I sat with you at that retreat, I gave a report and I said, I accept your invitation. What I want to do today is sort of, I don't know, it feels like a kind of indictment or a confession or something.
Uh-huh.
And what that is, what that is
From
that,
the beginning.
what that is that as I've written you a couple of letters and I've always sort of danced around this word teacher or guru or I've seen so much dogma be born from that and not be useful, or not look useful at least. Maybe it's useful, but it doesn't appear to be to me. So I've been like this week. So far I have not been able to sleep. When I do sort of drift off, I have this really intense REM, sleep where I'm having these crazy dreams and. Anyway, like none of that really means anything. But what I've come up with is that I really wanted to use this forum to say that I truly, truly accept your invitation.
Oh, thank you.
And it feels like an indictment because
an indictment. That's the part. It's like,
yeah. That's the funny part. I think this comes from being a recovering Baptist, really. Because now,
you mean it's heresy? Yes, it is heresy.
There's part of that.
It's
but
true.
The other
it's
is
heresy.
now that I've said it publicly. Now, when I make a
Now it's
mistake
on
and
record.
forget, now when I forget to stay in inquiry. And there are still things that have some Velcro.
Of course.
Yes. And so I go, yes, that's what I want. And, it takes me days or weeks to realize, like, I'm hitting myself on the head with a hammer. And all I need to do is put the hammer down.
That's right. That's right.
But once I see it, it's like nothing.
Right. That's the humbling of mind. Because when we first see it, we often say, I get it, of course. I would never do that again. That's crazy. I get it. And that's true. But the mind and the conditioning and the grooves of the psyche are deep. And so Papaji used to talk about that as like playing golf or tennis with a much better partner. Is that, you learn one move and then you go, got me again. And it's Leela then. It's not like, you're not going to hell then. You just got beat. The beautiful imitative mind just made a really good point and got you to hit yourself with a hammer again. So if you're willing to hold it in some kind of, it's humbled, but it's also, there's a lightness where, oh God, it took me 2 weeks to get I was even doing that. Rather than, oh God, it took me 2 weeks. That's more like the Baptist style, I think.
And I often chuckle about this because I live in the Northeast and a very Catholic area, and they're always, recovering Catholics, and I'm like, at least you guys have confession. Like Baptists, like you sin once, it's over.
Yeah.
You're done. And,
well, you're already done.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what made me decide to come up here anyway, because I already said I accepted your invitation.
Yes.
It already happened. And what I'm doing is projecting something that I'm seeing in myself onto you anyway.
That's right.
So why not just be honest
do it again.
about it?
Reconfirm your vow. I accept this invitation.
I do. I accept this invitation
beautiful.
fully.
I'm really happy.
I don't think I have a choice. I really don't feel like I
well,
feel
it's skillful to actually think there's a choice, and then you make a choice. Maybe you don't have a choice. Maybe there's no such thing as choice. But as long as we're thinking choice and choiceless, think choice and make a choice.
Yeah, I guess what it feels like is like, and it's a little unsettling, but it's not frightening in the way that it would have been years ago. But I feel like I've been given a car and no instructions on how to drive it. I don't know how to start it. I don't know which pedal is the gas, I don't even know there is gas. I know nothing about this car. And I get behind the wheel and I start driving it, and I've had several fender benders, and I have no idea what I'm doing. And in the past, that would have been tons of self-recrimination and all this stuff, and now there's a little bit of that, and then giggling.
Great. That's what I was saying.
Because I see it for what it is.
Because really, what has to drive the car already knows how to drive the car. Life knows quite well how to live itself. Quite well. Look around. Ancient. New. Quite well. It's your willingness to get out of the way and let the car be driven. Get out of the driver's seat and let the car be driven. You're carried now.
I'm so grateful I met you.
Me too.
Thank you.
Thank you. I've heard people sometimes say that they're afraid they won't be functional. I understand that, because sometimes I'm not functional and you aren't either sometimes. So when you get dysfunctional, you don't want to be living your life like that. But it's because we mistake. You know how to eat. You know how to drive a car, actually. You know how to look both ways when you cross the street. And you may get dysfunctional and not do it correctly and fall down or miss your mouth or eat the wrong thing or... obviously all animals make mistakes. If you watch these animals, you'll see squirrels can be running around and they trip. They forget where they hide their nuts. I've seen a bird fall off a branch. It's like, oh. It's like, well, okay. That's another, I always talk about these nature videos, David Attenborough's nature videos. And Planet Earth, and he's got this long series, and you just get to see animals. We're animals, and so we make these mistakes, we do these things, but there's something deeper that really has our best interest at heart, and that can be relied on. And in fact, we're more functional when we're just surrendered to that. There was a time when I was with Papaji that first time, and I remember coming in one morning to meet him, and maybe I was getting sick or something, but I just was like, my words wouldn't form right. I felt really awkward, and it just wasn't working. And the last time I had felt like that was when I was in the 3rd grade. But it really did feel like the 3rd grade. It felt like, and from that point, the 3rd grade on, I had really fought that. That's not who I want to be. And so I had read the magazines about who I want to be, and I had funneled myself that way to not be this awkward, stupid, slow girl. But here she was, and I couldn't do anything about it. And Papaji wasn't even paying any attention, Well, what did he care? I'm an awkward girl, I'm a young, sophisticated woman, I'm an old woman. He doesn't care. So I was able to just sit there and not fight that, not try to direct that. And how old are you in the 3rd grade? 10 or something? 9? 8. 8, that's a hard age, 8. Because you're growing, and you're not there, but you're not back where you were. It's a very difficult age, 8, 9, 10. Awkward age. But if you stop fighting it, quite naturally, life knows how to make you 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 35, 55, 65, 75, 85, and counting. It just knows how to do it, and with that comes wisdom. If you're not still fighting being something that you weren't, you haven't been for a long time. Everybody's been awkward and stupid and slow and dysfunctional and wrong. Everybody. That's just part of what it means. But give life a chance. Give your life a chance to live itself. And if you feel really dumb and slow and awkward, just what an opportunity to let that arise. What